Hi there. Welcome to Biohacker Week Q&A webinar with me, Teemu Arina, one of the co-authors of the Biohacker's Handbook, and Dr. Olli Sovijärvi. We are in different studios, so how are you doing, Olli, today?
Yeah, very good, very good. We're on the flow because we just finished the webinar, Q&A webinar in English. I'm sorry, in Finnish. So we are going to do this in English with a specific audience. But I love this. It's I really like webinars, and especially answering people's questions. It's the interaction is the best. So we have so much great offers today, and we're gonna discuss actually what you want us to discuss, and so please do not hesitate to ask any questions.
Absolutely. If you want to jump in, go to the Biohacker Summit YouTube channel and this particular stream. There's a chat, and down there you can throw in comments, and there's already a bunch of questions. We're going to dive deeper into them. But I want to remind you that we have now the optimized discounts on selected products at biohackercenter.com. That's our online store. There's a lot of great offers available. So if you go to the website Biohacker Center, you can find the Biohacker Week on the top menu, and there's a lot of great offers on the prices. You get additional minus 15% when you use the Biohacker Week code. There's all our cool online courses, devices, supplements, anything you want, blue light blockers, some nice collagen, maybe some upgraded chocolate bars, some red light therapy, anything for immune system support or gut health or whatever nutritional needs you have. Some really cool new devices like the Sense8, some natural cosmetics like the probiotic cosmetic Luonkos, the Vitality Bar, really cool oil cake, the Recharge, you name it. There's a lot of cool stuff. Check it out. In this webinar, we want to discuss some of our favorites with Dr. Olli Sovijärvi, what we personally use in terms of tools and technologies, as well as supplementation. And we're ready to answer any questions you have in the next hour or so. So, yeah.
Ready
where
to
is
rumble.
Yeah, where's Seam land? Seam is not here right now, but definitely we're going to do a lot of webinars this year. And on the Biohacker Summit YouTube channel, you should definitely go there and subscribe, because that site is now updating with 3 new uploads every week. So there is former Biohacker Summit presentations. We have never released interviews with different experts, and there is also going to be these webinars that we do right now, several of these things coming out as well. And we will do this year around if you go to our website and you go to the inspiration, if you go to the inspiration segment, I'm just changing my
You
mouse.
went to the perspiration segment.
Yeah. I run out of battery for my rat. This is stupid. I'm just gonna connect it. I didn't expect this kind of technical problem, but in the inspiration menu, you find the Biohacker's calendar, and the Biohacker's calendar is one of the kind of things that we released at the beginning of the year. So every month it's focusing on different topics: stress management, sleep, exercise, hormones, and so on. And we will be publishing videos also every month, a couple of videos on the Biohacker Summit channel going into some of these details. So Olli, how's your year started? What are you looking forward to? What kind of content are you working on while I charge my mouse?
Yeah, A lot of stuff going on. First, we began writing the Biohackers news. So that's a totally new section in the biohackercenter.com, in the Biohacker Center store. So we have a bunch of articles actually ready to be published, and we are publishing on a weekly basis, maybe 2 to 3 articles per week. So it's going to be a variation of different kinds of topics, also some recipes, new studies, and so on. So that is in particular one aspect of my work. But also, I'm actually working on translating the Biohacker's Guide to Cholesterol, or Biohacker's Cholesterol Guide. We published that in Finnish in the last December, and hopefully it's going to be out maybe March or April. So the Biohacker's Guide to Cholesterol is going to be pretty similar to what we see here. It's the Biohacker's Guide to Ketosis, and it's 100% research-based, updated data on cholesterol. And actually, just yesterday, I saw this new research on LDL cholesterol and the habituation to high-fat diets, and why the total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, might actually elevate. So there's this dynamic model called the homeoviscous adaptation, which explains this very natural phenomenon that is actually very beneficial for the body. So we are having a lot of new cool research on the subject, and it's going to be explaining a lot of the misconceptions and myths around cholesterol. So that is something to be waiting. So Teemu, are your systems already back up?
I got the cord on my mouth right now. I got some.
Nice. What are you drinking at, man?
Here in Estonia, there is some really cool home delivery companies. So I have all kinds of different colors of smoothies and green juices, and this one is an ice latte with a couple of shots of espresso and coconut milk and some spices. I did also add some of my own favorites in there, like the Chaga tincture. This is the Nordic Chaga from Foodin. It's also available on the Biohacker Week discounts.
Absolutely, one of my favorites. Let's take it. You have it, I have it. So the best thing you can get from the Finnish forest. Another one is actually Rishi, which is also by Foodin. This is unique, and it's also one of our best-selling tinctures, no doubt. Also one of my favorites, if you think about it. Different kind of adaptogenic herbs. If I want to just calm down and maybe open up a little bit the heart and just be more present and more creative, then the Rishi is for me. But Chaga is especially for the immune system, so I'm gonna be having a few shots of this. It's always cool to live demonstrate that we actually do these things ourselves.
Yeah, here are some pictures of Chaga Mushroom, and I actually collected some of this stuff from the local forest recently, and I'm using it to cook some. I always have like a boiling kettle or like a bowl full of chaga tea, like maybe 5 liters, usually simmering slowly,
Yeah.
and for days or weeks of like big pieces of chaga in there, some spices like cinnamon and clove and other anti-inflammatory herbs. And I use that as a basis, and turmeric. I use that as a basis for my coffees also. Like instead of water, I use the chaga.
That is something we have all learned from Jaakko Halmetoja. So
yeah,
I actually had this kind of a magic soup that you just described here, with also some ginger and turmeric and dried nettle, some bone broth, Finnish bone broth, ice cubes. And actually we have the Finnish bone broth, reindeer bone broth powder, which is a highly unique product. It's in our web stores. And this is something, this is the highest quality bone broth you're going to get ever, anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
so
here's the wild crafted bone broth from Biomed. So all these bone broths are pretty popular things now in the biking community for the collagen and all that, and supporting your cartilage and generally, a good blend of amino acids,
Also
but nothing
intestines, like very, very
and
good.
intestines.
Yeah.
Nothing beats uh, reindeer bone broth, I have to say. And I often actually mix this freeze-dried powder with the Nordcode products. So in my morning coffee, I actually use Nordcode lab-tested, toxin-free, mold-free, high-quality beans, and I blend it up with some Nordcode MCT oil. If I'm traveling, I use the powdered version of MCT, and I throw in some of the reindeer bone broth as well as some Nordcode collagen, as well as
Ghee.
the Alpine pure ghee. This is the best tasting
Yes.
ghee on the
Yes.
market. It is actually produced in high altitude, so it's less rancid tasting, and the original source of the butter comes from cows who are actually grazing the fields, eating all kinds of flowers and hundreds of different herbs. And talking about Nordcode products, when I sit in front of my computer, I often have a cup of that, as well as some Nordcode pure chocolate, 90%. It's a really, really, really good high quality chocolate bar for those snacking moments in your
You
kind of
know what? You know what?
dietary.
You know what? I'm gonna actually have
No?
some dark chocolate, but this is Foodin's dark chocolate, and actually we have Biohacker's Exercise and Biohacker's Mind raw chocolates made together with Biohacker Center and Foodin, but this is the Amazonian dark. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna have a little bit of this goodness in here. Oh
If
yeah,
you want to
there you
try
go.
some of the best chocolate on the market, we also have the Biohacker's chocolate bars from Foodin, and these are formulated by our co-author Jaakko Halmettoja, who is in the Biohacker's Handbook project, and
Mm.
this is pretty amazing chocolate as well. Now,
Mm.
let's take a look at the chat. So what's going on there? Sheriff 8 asking, is magnesium oxide a good source of magnesium? Olli, what do you say about magnesium?
Well, if you want to get your poop going on, then it's okay. But really, it's not the best absorbable form. It's the cheapest for sure. I'm sorry, I'm having this great chocolate in my mouth.
You're actually having some magnesium right now, correct?
Yeah, chocolate is a good source of magnesium, but oxide is not the best available form. The oxide in itself doesn't really do anything. So if you compare it to, let's say, like magnesium glycinate or taurate or malate or magnesium threonate or tate or any other like amino acid chelate, they all have a function besides magnesium. So it depends on the chelate. For example, the glycine in the magnesium glycinate has a liver protecting effects and also a little bit of calming effects. And we actually have this Biooptimizer's really next level magnesium breakthrough with 7 different high quality, high absorbable forms. So this is most likely the world's best magnesium, like hands down.
Can you give us a brief overview what else you are getting when you take these different forms of magnesium, like for example, magnesium taurate would provide some taurine,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah. Let's see. I have to open the thing so I can actually see what. There's so
I
many
can read you.
forms, so yeah, I've got it
There's
here.
magnesium orotate, magnesium taurate, magnesium L-threonate,
Yeah,
magnesium malate, magnesium B-glucinate,
yeah,
magnesium citrate, and magnesium chelate.
yeah. So basically, this combination makes it really absorbable. So whatever the preference for the body in terms of the magnesium form is, it's going to be uptaking it really efficiently. So the magnesium bisglycinate means that there are 2 glycine molecules attached together. That's the bis. So it has a lot of glycine, which is a really helpful amino acid, especially for the liver, also for the gut, and it also affects as like a kind of like a calming neurotransmitter in the nervous system. The malate specifically is malic acid. It has to do with the citric acid cycle in the cells, so it really increases the energy production in the citric acid cycle. Magnesium L-threonate is something that penetrates the blood-brain barrier, and this has been shown to actually raise the brain magnesium levels. And the orotate, it's in itself a highly absorbable form of magnesium. And also there's some vitamin B6, so if you take it before bedtime, the vitamin B6 also helps the melatonin production. So this is overall a very complete magnesium supplement.
Cool. In addition to magnesium, what other supplements are some of your like favorite things to take on a daily basis?
Yeah. So on a daily basis, there's quite a bit. I can, of course, begin with the essentials. So especially in darker months of the year, I take 100 to 200 micrograms of vitamin D. It kind of depends on my levels in the serum, but that's something I do take. It's what I use is the Finnish brand Puhdistamo Super Vitamin D. I don't recall if we have it on the store or not.
We don't have the Puhdistamo products, but we have life extension
Oh
products.
Yeah. This is the
vitamin D3.
Yeah, this is the most absorbable form. So I don't have any absorbing problems, so I don't need to take any drops, but many do, and genetically they also have problems in metabolizing the vitamin D. So would be my go-to international choice for the vitamin D. And also I take vitamin C, both the regular like triple vitamin C form, but this liposomal vitamin C is the shit, quote unquote. So it goes straight into the cells and it really delivers. So it's the best absorbable form, and it's actually elevating the long-term vitamin C levels in the body. So these are kind of
super easy to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like these bags that you can actually, carry easily with you, and they don't mess up, places where you are, like some of the pump forms. So this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. So another cool one is I don't have a problem with the immune system, and I don't really get colds or flus or whatever the virus is there, but I would approach this via the gut microbiota. And here, Life Extension has brought this Floor Assist, kind of like a production line, which is specific bacterial strains that are beneficial for specific traits. So we have the Winter Immune, which has these Lactobacillus plantarum and other forms of lactobacilli that are really helpful in like treating and in the prophylaxis of different kind of viral infections, and especially just the upper respiratory infections. So this is something that actually treats the cause, which is the immune system via the microbial balance in the gut. So I would really go with that. And supplement side,
we can add also.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
we're gonna have
so
some
the
more
winter
chocolate.
immune support, although it's called winter immune support, it's actually year round. So this is definitely something you wanna carry with you, and it actually comes with easy to use packages. So you have a number of these sticks. So there's 30 sticks of powder that you can mix up in a drink, for example, in the morning, and take it. For myself, to support the immunity, I also like to take in the mornings the Chaga Health Immunoelixir. The Chaga Health Immunoelixir is made in an organic chaga farm, the largest chaga farm in the world, also the cleanest here in Estonia. And it comes in these cool bags or bottles, actually. Yeah, a glass bottle, black bottle, like olive oil. And this comes with sea buckthorn, also vitamin C source, but also other like vitamin B7 or something like this. And also, it has some local organic honey a little bit in it. So this is actually pretty good thing also to throw into your salad dressings and so on. It's also well-rounded with local herbs like yarrow, and the other herb that we have here is pine buds extract. Pine buds are also very high source of vitamin C as well as polyphenols.
So I think you mentioned it has omega-7 fatty acids. So that
Yes,
is
omega-7.
not really the vitamin B7, but omega-7 fatty acids that really support your eyes. And if you have any problems with dry eyes, I do in the winter times, but I've been using this sea buckthorn oil and sea buckthorn juice, and you have a lot of that in this Chaga Health. So my dry eyes are gone. So they're actually really well functioning. And I used to wake up like very dry eyes, even though I had this air humidifier, but still having problems. But when you treat it from the inside out, it is actually the best solution besides using a good air humidifier.
Right.
Sorry about my chocolate
Jana,
munching.
Jana Lindroos is asking for hints for a person with severe autoimmune diseases, food-wise, and vitamins and supplements. I would recommend our online course that you can find from our store. The
Yeah,
online course that you
the
should
optimize your
definitely look
gut.
into is Optimize Your Gut. Exactly. It's a very, very comprehensive course that Olli has put together to get your gut to the level where it needs to be. And it's not just taking a probiotic, but really fixing the whole thing holistically from the bottom up.
Yeah, and it's there's a section on autoimmune disorders, the autoimmune protocol, and how to fix quite often the underlying causes behind that, and the so-called leaky gut or gut permeability. This is really comprehensive. Whatever problem you have in the intestines, because most of the health actually lies in the intestines and also the immune system. We have it both on Finnish and English, but for your English speaking peoples, there are also videos in English and a lot of good material in English.
Yeah. There's a question from Apimnyo Sharma. Well, what supplements, foods, hormones can help with autoimmune conditions like Crohn's? And there's also another question about recovery from disease, like let's say the flu that's going around. And actually, one of my recommendations would not be a supplement, although there is a lot of supplementation that you could definitely use to get yourself back to a level. But when it comes to inflammation, one of the devices that we would highly recommend you to check out is the Biohacker Spotlight therapy device. If you have a respiratory condition, just shine that in your mouth or on your chest. And if you've got issues, shine that on your belly. And the therapeutic effects of red light therapy are well studied. There's thousands of studies that have come out on the therapeutic effects of it for various inflammatory conditions. One of the devices that I have right here is the Flex Beam. So this is a red light device, a mobile portable version. And when I turn this thing on, it's actually using near infrared and red light therapy. And I'm often using this on my neck if I have like some back pain or some neck pains. I use this on my gut. I actually broke one of my ribs a few months ago, and I've been using this on the area, and it's been recovering much faster than ever when I've had similar condition. Like it took only a few weeks, and it was just fine in terms of inflammation. And the other thing is like long periods of time at computer, I like to use this also around my wrist like this. And another favorite place of mine is actually down the spine. So I might put this under my shirt, or when I'm sitting in front of my computer, I just lie my back against this device. And that's a nice portable version, but the Spotlight device that's on our store is very effective topically if you have any kind of joint pains, for example, or wrist pains, or if you want to shine it on your thyroid. There's a lot of cool research on that as well. And the bigger red light panels, we also have them. Olli can
Got
maybe
it
show
here.
the panel.
The panel is
So
here. You have the
there's
switches
actually
here.
there's
Red.
two different versions of it.
That's
So
pretty
there's
cool
a very
effect.
big one, which is the big one is 5 times bigger than the small one. There's like a full body
So
version that
near
is
infrared.
available for order, and then there is the smaller one that Olli is now showing, which is very useful, also portable, extremely effective for providing those wavelengths of near infrared and red light therapy. So this is different from the infrared that you might have in something like an infrared sauna. So the infrared sauna actually produces far infrared, and it has very different effects, more of a detoxification effect, more of a sweating effect on the body than the near infrared, which is actually stimulating the mitochondria as well as energy production and the immune system, or the reduction of inflammatory biomarkers. Just like red light therapy, they're actually very narrow band like from each other. The other one is around 6 to 700 nanometers.
660 and 850 are the
Yeah, the one that we have in our device is 660. Yeah, and the near infrared, which is not visible to the eye that much, that is in the range of 850 nanometers, but only a couple of hundred nanometers between. There is very different biological effects, and we use them both for a synergistic effect.
Yeah, exactly. Ever since I got my first red light panel, actually, it was actually from Juve. The first ones they had in the beginning when they founded the company. But I found that we can actually make at least as high quality products ourselves with like a half or even like a third of the price. So there is always in these kind of products the US special price. So I've been kind of wondering why the heck are they so expensive? But I guess that's the US style. But quality wise, this is top notch.
There's a question from Katerina on what is the best portable device for measuring sleep and stress. I would say for sleep, one of the most useful ones is the obvious Oura Ring. But Oura Ring is not good for measuring stress throughout the day or exercise or any of that stuff. For that, you want to get some kind of wearable device that is specifically designed for measuring stress and recovery throughout the day, as well as for sports and exercise. And the one and only device that we recommend right now is the BioStrap. The BioStrap actually is a combination of two different devices. So there is the wristband, and then there is the leg strap. And so I have the leg strap actually right here. So that's an extra device that you put around your ankle, and it measures your leg movement. There is all these activity trackers that only measure your hand movement, but you also have legs. So when you put them in your hand and legs, then it can actually calculate your steps more accurately. But at night, it can also pretty accurately measure your leg movement and figure out your stages of sleep as well during that period. And I actually have here some of the data from my mobile device on a particular night measured with this device. And here you can see actually heart rate, HRV, and blood oxygen saturation. And the HRV measurement as well as the heart rate is some of the most accurate ones on the market. The Oura Ring and many wearables like Fitbits use green light, a green LED to measure the heart rate and heart rate variability. the biostrap is using a red light, and the red light actually penetrates much deeper into the tissue. It has a little bit more problems with noise, especially during movement, but when you're still during sleep, it can measure your heart activity very, very accurately. And the other benefit that it then offers also is to understand your blood oxygen saturation, so SpO2. And your SpO2 drops when you exercise, but it also drops when you have a respiratory condition like a flu. And this particular flu that is going around is known to drop SpO2 to dangerously low levels. And that's kind of, the threshold for you needing a ventilator. And SpO2 is one of the best things to actually measure a long time if you have had the coronavirus, to actually look how your SpO2 level might be recovering over time. And that's a pretty cool trick when it comes to wearables, and it provides really nice data analytics also. And you can actually get it together with the upgraded workplace course, which we are now also giving out as an offer. So that's the optimized work-life course, really. So we look into optimizing your whole week from the moment when you wake up to the moment when you go to sleep. We dive deep into productivity and ergonomics, optimal sleep and recovery, optimal stress management, optimal nutrition and energy management, and optimal mobility and movement. And if you get this combined with the biostrap, you can actually get a discount. And this particular course is probably one of the most comprehensive biohacking courses you can get. It's 38 videos, comprehensive material based on the Biohacker's Handbook. And it's something that also caters to people who are not hardcore biohackers, but are just interested in performing well, being healthy and kicking ass. And it's kind of focusing on the work-life aspect of, you're working remotely, you're trying to get things done, you want to recover fast, you don't want to stress out. If you have stress, how do you bounce back as quickly as possible? And that's kind of what the course is really all about. So that's where me and Dr. Olli Sovijärvi are teaching you some of our best tricks.
Yeah, it's based on a daily basis schedule. So every day you get access to a new module, you get a new daily video and tasks that you can do. And also there's a lot of interaction, and you can ask questions, of course, there, and self-reflection, in the beginning and also after going through the upgraded work-life program.
Let's take a few extra product recommendations.
I have actually this question here, so that I want to address. I'm sorry, I'm again eating this delicious chocolate. So I'm actually like a chocoholist, if that's a term.
I'm hardcore for chocolate.
Yeah. So do you supplement with glutathione? What is your recommended dose? First of all, the body has an innate glutathione system, which is the major antioxidant system in the liver and in the whole body. So ideally, it functions perfectly well. But for example, just today I gotten a WhatsApp message from a dear colleague and friend, Sarah, who found out that her, she had some genetic issues on the glutathione production, like genetically, and also the methylation. And she wanted to know what would be the best glutathione there is. And it is hands down the Quicksilver's liposomal glutathione. So the dose, the question here was, what is your recommended dose? I would go with the, daily dose recommendation, 2 to 4 pumps, 1 to 3 times per day. So you can begin in like 1 time per day and then add on based on your needs. Of course, by measuring your glutathione levels in the blood would be the best way to approach this. So this is, I haven't seen better glutathione product in the market.
Yeah. If you want to have synergistic effects for your detoxification capability, I would also recommend on top of glutathione to get the Life Extension Super Selenium Complex, because selenium is part of the glutathione production chain, and you also want to throw in the Rohtos Shield that has a number of
This one.
synergistic products, including N-acetylcysteine, and there's noble
Let's pop
cactus
one.
extract and some certain B vitamins that you may want to also throw in. So that's a pretty good, well-rounded stack for your glutathione support.
Yeah, it's you support the endogenous production of your own glutathione, and then you get exogenous glutathione from a supplement. So that is the best way to approach if you have any like real problems and the levels you have are low. Another question from this same person was, what's your feeling on metformin supplementation? So metformin is a diabetes drug designed for type 2 diabetic patients, and it's actually sensitizing the insulin regulation and the glucose metabolism and the cells receiving glucose via GLUT4 receptors and so on and so on and so on. But I know many biohackers and self-optimizers, especially in the US, take metformin, but I wouldn't go into that road because there are some side effects it could very likely have. And there is actually a more natural and even more diverse option to this, which is berberine.
Yeah.
So I actually had an experiment with berberine. I took this Thorne Research super high quality berberine for 1 month, about 1 gram per day. And I totally felt how it really regulated my blood sugar like levels, so that it's very, very stable. So I can go on very long times without eating if I'm not like elevating my stress levels too much, but not just eat whatever feels good for me, and also some carbohydrates, and it doesn't really raise the blood glucose at all. So berberine has this and a lot of other benefits, activating the AMPK and also the autophagy and adjusting the gut microbiota in a way that it is actually more beneficial for the body. And I think most of the benefits actually come from the gut microbial effects.
Yeah. Can I add also that
Yeah, sure.
metformin blunts exercise response. So if energy production, muscle
Not a good
growth,
one.
if that's good for you,
Yeah.
metformin might not be the best option. Generally speaking, the recommendation would maybe go for the metformin route if you're a bit of an older person, like 50 plus maybe. If you are younger, you're still in a growth stage, metformin is probably not a good life extension kind of solution right there.
It's there's so many potential side effects that berberine doesn't have, so I wouldn't even go that route. Even though if I was like 50 plus, I would still go first with the berberine and see how it does to my because the metformin can cause physical weakness, diarrhea, gas, symptoms of weakness, muscle pain, upper respiratory tract infection, not in these times of pandemics, like abdominal pain and so on and so on. Actually, low levels of vitamin B12 because it is somehow affecting the vitamin B regulation and the cycle. So, it's highly used, but comes with the price.
Yeah, you might live long, but you will be a miserable monkey doing it.
Cranky motherfucker.
Talking about other life extension strategies like resveratrol, there's a question from Anneli about that, and the best solution for that is definitely the life extension optimized resveratrol. You want to get the trans resveratrol form. That is definitely the best one, and you want to throw in some quercetin in there. So we're actually sold out, but if you click here, notify me when available, it's actually coming to our store again. You should be able to get your hands on it. If you really want to get your hands on some life extension solution, you want to go for the Qualia Eternus product.
Or
Qualia
life,
Eternus has resveratrol, if I remember correctly. Yes, it has.
Yeah.
And but it also has a well-rounded stack for supporting mitochondrial function, NAD production in general. So that's our recommendation. I also noticed one interesting thing about this particular product, and it is how well it works for sleep deprivation. So if I'm sleep deprived, I often like to take a few capsules of Eternus, and it really bounces me back very quickly to a well-functioning human being. So I don't know why that is, but probably mitochondria plays a role here.
Yeah, and just the stuff that good quality enough, long enough sleep does. So I also took it maybe 2 days ago when I only slept like 6.5 hours, which is pretty low for me, or actually very low. I usually sleep around maybe 8 hours, 15 minutes spent asleep. So I took what we have here in the office, and the workday went pretty well. Actually, I took it today, even though I've been sleeping pretty good. But now I feel that I have just immense amounts of energy, or maybe it's the chocolate.
Yeah,
Whatever it is, it works.
there's questions about male hormone optimization. Probably females are also interested in their hormonal functioning. There's a question about red light on your genital areas. We actually have an article about this, and Rasmus wants you to elaborate a little bit on that. So, what's your trick for hormones?
Well, the question, I think it's the best supplement, at least in this one. So I would go with the Shoden Ashwagandha. That is something that's been published, a couple of research papers, 2019 and 2020, on its there are placebo-controlled double-blind studies. So we have Vida, the Finnish Vida, Shoden Ashwagandha. Shoden Ashwagandha is a special form of ashwagandha packed in this kind of microcapsules, and it has these withanonides and these specific compounds that are known to cause these beneficial hormonal and adaptogenic effects. So this is something I would definitely go for. And I've been actually using this Shoden form ashwagandha for maybe about 6 months, and some occasional breaks here and there when I'm running out of it. But I feel it in my libido, and feel it in the levels of testosterone, but also the HPA regulation. But of course, they go hand in hand. So when your cortisol levels aren't too high, your testosterone levels usually go a little bit higher. So it's kind of a delicate balance. So this would be the most natural thing to do.
Yeah, the Vida Coolas series of products is actually extremely high quality. We have a few of them in our store, and there's more coming. And the nice thing about this product line is the packaging, which is natural, biodegradable. So it's not plastic like most, supplements come in plastic bottles, but this is something you can throw into nature and will become part of nature. And it also this philosophy goes deep into the particular formulations as well, like the Panmol formulation of the B vitamins and general vitamin supplementation here actually comes from a quinoa sprout extract, which is extremely high in B vitamins. So these are full spectrum supplements. So it's not like a raw vitamin extract, but it's a full spectrum supplement that really is I would say one of the best ways of getting, let's say here, vitamin B or a kind of a multivitamin. So the multivitamin here is also not just a bunch of chemicals together, but it's actually a natural extract, and that's the one that I would recommend for a multivitamin for anyone who's interested.
And you don't actually need to have like 1,000, 5,000% of the recommended daily dose when you get it in the highly bioabsorbable bioorganic form. So of course, first and foremost, you want to get it from food, but quite many people have problems with digestion and also the absorption of different nutrients. So this is definitely one supplement line to consider. And
Yeah.
hormonally, I would definitely go with this Shoden ashwagandha.
Sure. What is the difference to KSM-66, which is one of the most popular extract? This question comes from Laurizio.
Yeah, it's a different composition of these bioactive compounds that the ashwagandha has. These like withanolides, and it has a bunch of different ashwagandha specific compounds that have different kind of bioactive effects. So these Shoden has these specific withanolides that have been shown in research to actually do something. So that's why this is so interesting, and it's also very gut friendly. And in my own experience, based on 6 months of use, this is really not any ashwagandha I've been used like ever before. KSM, it's okay, it's all over the place, but I've seen some reports and research that there might be some side effects also to it. So yeah, that's my take. And
that's your take. Cool. About shining red light on your balls, if you want to read the article, take a look at biohackerscenter.com in the Biohackers news section, which you definitely should follow. There's a bunch of great articles. There's the sleep optimization article that goes into why you may want to do something like that. And talking about the store,
actually, I want to mention my testosterone article, which I wrote in already back in 2016, when I was like myself struggling with the thing, becoming a father and having a really high stress life. And that was something I really went deep in. So I'm gonna republish that article and maybe retune it a little bit in the Biohackers news. But it was originally it was a guest article for Ben Greenfield, so you can still find the article in his site. But also you can find it in the Biohacker Summit blog site if you just Google my name and testosterone. So there's a lot of information with about 100 references. So yeah.
Yeah, so if you go to biohackercenter.com, we have a 15% discount till the end of this week with the Biohacker Week discount code at checkout from the prices. We also offer free delivery for most European countries for orders more than 95 euros, but we also ship globally. So we're shipping from the Netherlands and Estonia. And there is some really great products on the site. Some of my own favorites when it comes to technology products are the BioStrap Total Health Package. I would recommend that for tracking your activity, heart rate, stress, and recovery throughout the day. I'm wearing right now the Biohackers glasses. These are the evening versions, and these are blue light blocking glasses that really help you to, be in studio with bright lights, but also to wind down in the evening as well. Olli also recommends these glasses, but he also likes to use the iolite glasses in the morning.
Not even in the evening, for sure.
Not in the evening.
Well, if you want to stay up all night, then by all means. But
if you want to be a cyborg, live forever and never go to sleep, you're gonna take the IO glasses. There's two different types of IO glasses on the Biohacker Center store. There is the premium version that comes in a nice box like this. So when you open it up, you have the glasses, and this box actually has a battery, so it's charging it. If you run out of the battery, your mobile, you can just throw it in the box and it charges itself. And this premium version also works with a mobile app, so you can then tune the therapeutic effect a little bit with a mobile device. But we now also have the iolite, the light version, Lite version, and this one turns on when you just open up the arms, and it turns on and starts working. It's like a daylight lamp on your face. In the winter time, it might be hard to get light in the morning and sunlight especially. Then something like this would be a would be a recommendation for that. When it comes to red light, there is several red light panels in our store. There's a really big panel that Olli personally likes to use, and there is a smaller panel that is mobile that you can easily carry with you.
That's the one we have here that we just showed in a while ago. So this is really convenient. The whole full body panel is 5 times this size. So it's my favorite. For example, yesterday I had a workout throughout the day. I did some like basic pull-ups and dips. I haven't done them for a while, so I really have like delayed onset muscle soreness and kind of like a little bit of not feeling that good in the body at the moment. So I took maybe 20 minutes, like 10 minutes per side, the front and the back, and I think my recovery went forward maybe a day just because of this red light. Of course, the same thing I noticed that if I'm like lying in the sun, just sunbathing, I'm really recovering much more rapidly. But especially in the winter times, this kind of technology is really, really good.
Yeah, I like to use the panel in the morning. I often do a meditation session where I basically use the Biohacker's red light panel. I hang it from the ceiling above me, and then I have a spike mat. I lie down on it, and then I put the Sensate device on my chest bone, and this provides ultrasound auditory vibrations to your vagus nerve. So it basically relaxes your primal, nervous system. And the Sensate is now available at biohackercenter.com as well. It also comes with auditory soundscapes that are designed together with the ultrasound stimulation. And I have noticed by measuring my HRV that it goes 3 times higher from the average in about 15 to 20 minutes when I combine it with red light, with spike mat, and I use the noise cancelling headphones, some binaural beats, and the Sensate device on my chest bone. So check it out. When I'm in front of my computer, that's when I like to use the this particular red light device. So that's the flex beam, and I often put it around my neck.
Are you flexing to me?
Yeah, I'm flexing my neck right now. Actually, it really alleviates any kind of neck pain extremely quickly, and I like to use it on my wrists and also on my spine as well. And this device is in a pre-order now from our store, and there's a pre-order price. You get the Biohacker Week code. You get 15% discount plus the pre-order discount. This offer is valid on the 15th of February, so yeah, check that one
Teemu,
out.
when are you going to order one flex beam to me? So I've been really envious about your flex beam.
Yeah, I'm going to help you flex in March.
Flex with the beams.
You have to wait for it to come out, man.
Yeah.
So, but you'll get one.
About flexing, I think there's a question about muscle building. I want to answer this. It was quite in the earlier Sheriff 8. If I'm building muscle, I know I have to eat a lot of protein. They say 2 grams of protein per pound of muscle. Is that right, or is it per body weight? The optimum dose based on research is 1.6 to 1.8 grams per body weight kilograms. So 2 grams of protein per pound of muscle is could be right. Let's say that half of your body weight would be muscle, but we're not using pounds. We are using the metric system with the kilograms and centimeters and so on. It's a lot easier, but that's the optimum range: 1.6 to 1.8 grams per kilograms of body weight. However, if you want to spare your system a little bit, not to use too high protein which I think it's okay if you're perfectly healthy, but supplementing with essential amino acids is it has been really transforming, especially for myself in terms of recovery and just overall health and also muscle building and performance. So Ben Greenfield, once he launched his Kion aminos, I began really familiar with the master amino acid pattern. That's the most optimum pattern for essential amino acids. And ever since I've been using and supplementing on a daily basis essential amino acids, and that's been really transforming. So I don't really have to eat that much protein like to get muscle, and because the essential amino acids, they are readily available to your system, and they're like highly absorbable, especially these specific pattern essential amino acids. They have a 99% absorbability and also a usability. But yeah, that's my take on this. But if you're not wanting to build muscle, just want to maintain the levels of muscle I built, how much protein should I eat then to maintain? So maybe that goes maybe 1.4 or so, but that's also highly individual. And also in this specific matter, using the essential amino acids, it's very phenomenal. You can go on a much lower calorie diet if you want to lose weight, but still maintain the muscle. So the essential amino acids are really great ones over there. We don't unfortunately have at our shop yet, but the Puhdistamo, the Finnish high-quality brand, they are coming up with this specific master amino acid pattern, and they have a specific essential amino acid products coming up. So
Yeah,
that is something to be waiting for.
will come to our store as well.
Yeah.
Now, Katerina is asking about chaga in cosmetics, in a face cream, for example. Well, if you want to dye your face brown, you can use that.
Chaga.
So
Let's
actually,
try it. If I put on some droppers on my face,
it's extremely. I mean, it's staining everything extremely heavily, and but we actually have a cosmetic product that we definitely do recommend, and that is the Luonkos Vitality.
yes.
There is also Luonkos Infinity. These are facial oil cleaning cakes that also include humus extract. So this humus extract is basically from the forest floor, an extract from the forest floor, and you can get the Luonkos Infinity as well as the Vitality products. So the other one is for as a body cake, and the other one is a cleaning cake for face, for example. And
This is like bathing in the forest. I actually used this morning. This Vitality. So it's like bathing in the forest and getting the beneficial microbial effects of the forest.
yeah, they actually have a study on this. So this is not just that we are just claiming these things,
No,
but there's a research paper that this particular humus extract is when you use it on the skin, it changes your gut microbiome as well to a more beneficial direction. They did this study on kids who were playing around, in a city environment, and kids who were playing around in a natural environment, in a forest environment. And the kids in the city environment, their microbial diversity got lower because of the city environment. But once they introduced the humus extract, you start getting also changes throughout the body in terms of your immune system functioning, which is a direct result of changing your microbiome, which is not only the gut microbiome, but also the skin biome. So this is something, if you don't have time to go to the forest, you're indoors, locked down, this is your forest. You just melt it on your face. You can actually eat this cake if you want. It's not like anything else but natural ingredients, and everything that's in there you could take internally as well.
Yes.
But that's not what it's designed for. It's not for eating.
And it's not to be mixed with hummus. This is humus. It's different.
Humus.
It's not hummus.
No, it's not the not the Middle Eastern dish.
Which is yeah, it's okay, but a different hummus. Yeah,
Yeah,
I violently opened opened this. So, but
you're
yeah,
violently putting it on your skin.
no, that was a bit gentler, maybe.
Yeah, cool. So if you go to our store, there is a bunch of recommendations there for supplements as well. For immune system support, we would recommend the Qualia Immune, the Food in Reishi, and the Nordic liposomal vitamin C. And for a well-rounded additional support, especially on your detoxification capability, would go for the Rotos Shield. Now, for your upgraded coffee needs, we have the Nordcode products, which are the Nordic high-quality, non-toxin coffee beans combined with collagen from grass-fed cows. And it's not grass-fed only; it's kind of wild herb-fed, awesome cows. And the Nordcode ghee is alpine ghee that is produced in high altitude, and it has all the antioxidants, everything, the butyric acid, the natural source of omega-3, and all that right in there, which the cows are grazing, not just grass, but hundreds of different flowers and all that. And for MCT, we also have MCT oil, but there's MCT oil powder as well. And the Chaga Health that I showed earlier is also available um, on the store as well. Olli's eating a lot of chocolate, and you may want to also try the Nordcode 90% raw chocolate that caters your ketogenic lifestyle as well if you need a snack. So pretty cool. So I think we're kind of getting to the end of this, but I would definitely recommend you guys to check out Biohacker Week. And if you live outside of Europe and you don't want to pay shipping, it's not that expensive in the end on our store. But we also have a lot of digital products, like, for example, the Optimize Your Lab Results course, the Optimize Your Gut course, the ebook versions of our books, the Fortified Immunity online course. And if you're a female, the Biohacking Woman course is an amazing addition to your biohacking needs. It's a 7-week program, female focused, female hormones, menstruation, whatever you need to hack yourself. So if you sometimes feel that a lot of the content out there is a little bit too male focused, then you may want to check out the Biohacking Woman course, where you find great content from Dr. Sandra Portan and psychologist Inka Immonen. Check it out.
That is really unique. It's I kind of like well, supervising is maybe a bad term, but guided and mentored these young women in the course, and it's really beautiful, really designed for females, and a lot of video content, much more than we have in our previous courses. So the ladies have been on fire on that sense. So
Yeah, and go to our site, and in the inspiration menu you can find also the Biohacker's Guide to Ketosis. So that's our ketogenic diet guide, and you should definitely download the Biohacker's Calendar 2021, focusing on different aspects of optimizing your year, from sleep to exercise to nutrition to stress and so on. Print that out, put it on your wall, and you start changing your life one day at a time to become a fully optimized human being. So with that, I thank everyone for joining in on the chat, and I guess me and Olli are wishing you a extremely healthy rest of the week and weekend. And go to biohackercenter.com, use the Biohacker Week discount code for -15% discount. And see you on the online course, see you online. I think we are pretty much done here.
yeah, it was a great day. Enjoy your weekend, or if you're watching the stream or the recording of this, enjoy the moment and the time in space you are at. See you. Bye.
Bye bye.